evening and welcome to the VC3 News Update for Friday, July 28th, 2023. I'm Shalisa Nanton. Prime Minister Dr. Alf Gonsalves said that the One Family concert in celebration of the 50th anniversary of CARICOM, which will be held on August 1st at the Victoria Park, is a celebration of a number of achievements we have made as a people. Speaking earlier today at a press conference to update the nation on his recent travels, as well as other matters of national concern, Dr. Gonsalves said the event is commemorating Emancipation Day, August 1st, 1838, the journey from then to CARICOM, which is now 50 years in operation.
There are certain things we have to celebrate and commemorate, things which touch our spirit and our soul. And it happens, this was being planned before you had the recent incident involving the killings. Now, we come into one as a family. We come in, it takes even greater importance. We come in as one, as a family, and we're telling criminal elements, we are stronger than you. You're a tiny group. We will not allow that cancer upon the society to prevail.
The Prime Minister said the concert will send the message that we are in solidarity with one another for peace and love, solidarity, faith and fresh hope for St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
We are at a time of despair and using the genius of our people as expressed in culture and the arts to lift ourselves higher. Now there are elements who are not reached in our society, who you cannot reach with words, who don't listen to the radio station, who don't listen to online news, who don't read online newspapers, who don't read any of the three newspapers in the print journalism, but who will listen to music and the arts and to help them and to help all of us in lifting our lives, our living, and our production.
The event is being sponsored by the state in collaboration with the National Lotteries Authority, Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, National Sports Authority, Central Water and Sewage Authority, National Properties. Guest performances will be made by artists from the region, namely Jamaica, Trinidad, Grenada and Barbados, as well as local acts. More on the local scene. Another young female will be joining the cabinet of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Prime Minister Dr. Alf Gonsalves announced this morning that 30-year-old Shaquille Bob, a former contestant in the Miss SVG and a legal officer at the Financial Services Authority, will replace Senator Rashad Balla, who will demit office as senator in August, and take up the post of Director of Communications in the Prime Minister's office, previously held by Elson Craig.
I will advise Her Excellency the Governor General to have her appointed as a senator and as parliamentary secretary to have oversight in the office of the Prime Minister in respect of this Prime Ministerial Advisory Council, which would link between the Prime Minister's office and the youth. She will have other duties too, but this would be a central duty of hers. A 30-year-old lawyer, a mother, a young lady who has already distinguished herself in all activities that she has engaged and comes from the bowels of the working people, from the Maracua Valley. Another child of the education revolution.
Dr. Gonsalves also hinted that a young, vibrant person will assume leadership of the National Commission on Crime Prevention, NCCP. He also thanked the former director who has just retired for what he described as a sound job.
We have to carry it in other directions now. And we have to use sports and culture and a lot of engagement with young people more than we have done before, to reach those who hitherto have not been easily reached and to bring them onto a path of productive life and to keep them away from those who have chosen a life of crime. Those who have decided that they're going to make crime their principal occupation. And for those who they may suck into their orbit, to let them understand that there are great opportunities in education and training through the education revolution.
Ms. Bob joins newly appointed Senator 33-year-old Banava Brown, who was appointed less than a month ago and is now the Minister of Urban Development, Energy, Seaports Administration and Development, Grenadines Affairs and Local Government in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Senator Brown is by profession a town and country planner. And the Embassy of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela last evening celebrated 240th anniversary of Liberator Simon Bolivar's birthday and the 69th birthday of the late President, Commander Hugo Chavez Fraz, at a special event at the Embassy in Rathomil. Foreign Affairs Minister Honorable Kisel Peters, who represented the government, in her remarks spoke to the importance and high regard Simon Bolivar has in the Latin American region.
Extending principles and ideals of liberation and his fight against Spanish colonialism throughout Latin America. And it still resonates today in the various countries that he tread on, or even if he didn't tread on those countries, the ideals still live on in the Latin American region and has extended now to the Caribbean with the partnership and the friendship that Venezuela has with St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and by extension, our friends in Cuba as well. We have partnered in many sectors, including health, education, agriculture, energy, with the Petrocarib agreement, which we all know the challenges that we are facing now because of the coercive unilateral measures against Venezuela. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have been fearless in our advocacy for our brothers and sisters in Venezuela.
The minister also noted that this fearless advocacy is not only in favor of Venezuela, but also in support of our brothers and sisters in Cuba. Speaking on the late Commander Hugo Chavez, she said even after his death, his name still lives on.
Since the coming of this current administration into office, we have seen, as I've said, areas where we have intensified our relationship with Venezuela. And we will continue that. And you made the point that St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we currently hold the presidency of CELAC, the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States. And for those who do not know, Commander Chavez was one of the founding fathers. And he had the vision for that regional integration between Latin America and the Caribbean. Because although we have many differences, we are seeing that many of our struggles are still the same today.
The event, which also commemorated the Day of the Bolivarian National Navy and the bicentennial of the Naval Battle of Maracaibo, featured a number of cultural performances, including from violinist Darren Andrews. That's all for our local news stories. Tune in to VC3 Channel 114 for the regional and international news package, as well as the VC3 Sports Update.